All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive challenge that honestly haunts almost every growing organization out there, a broken hiring pipeline. If your hiring process feels kind of like a black box, resumes go in and literally nothing comes out, well, you're definitely in the right place. We're going to break down the ultimate tool to fix this whole shebang, recruitment analytics. So, Section 1, the power of recruitment analytics, moving from guesswork to data-driven hiring. Okay, let's dive into this. Is your hiring process inefficient? I mean, think of it like a leaky bucket. Are you losing great candidates just because you're moving way too slowly? Or maybe you're spending an absolute fortune just to fill a single role. The thing is, when you rely on gut feelings instead of real data, inefficiencies just creep in and drain your resources. We need a way to pinpoint exactly where things are breaking down. And that brings us to our core solution, recruitment analytics. Think of this as the hero of our story today. It completely replaces the mystery and guesswork with hard data and clear, actionable insights. Moving right along to Section 2, tracking the core metrics, the 3 pillars of recruitment data. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it isolates our first pillar, time to hire. This tracks the sheer speed of your pipeline, literally from the moment a candidate applies right up to them signing an offer letter. And speed is absolutely crucial here. Top talent simply doesn't wait around. If you aren't measuring this, you really can't tell if your pipeline is flowing smoothly or if candidates are just getting stuck in the mud. Next up, we have to look at the money, right? Cost per hire. Now, this isn't just about salaries. It's the total financial resources poured into things like job boards, agency fees, and all those hours your team spends interviewing. If you aren't tracking this closely, your hiring process could be quietly bleeding your budget dry. Finally, we have source effectiveness. So you know how much you're spending, and you know how fast you're moving, but where is your absolute best talent actually coming from? This metric tells you exactly which sourcing channels yield high-quality hires and which ones are just a total waste of time. It tells you exactly where to focus your energy. So let's bring it all together. Time to hire, cost per hire, and source effectiveness. Together, these 3 metrics form the absolute bedrock of any successful recruitment analytics strategy. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Optimizing the talent pipeline, transforming data into better business outcomes. Now that we understand those raw mechanics, how do we use them to help optimize talent pipelines? Well, when you track these metrics, you're essentially acting as a structural engineer for your hiring process. You use the analytics to unclog blockages, smooth out the rough patches, and really streamline the flow of top-tier talent straight into your business. Which leads us directly to Section 4, eliminating hiring inefficiencies, fixing the leaks in your process. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole point. It's a night and day transformation for your business. You move away from the guesswork, the wasted budget, and the lost time of those hiring inefficiencies, and transition straight into an optimized talent pipeline driven by streamlined, reliable data. It completely revolutionizes how a business operates. The ultimate goal here is actually quite simple. Commit to the data and actively reduce hiring inefficiencies. By doing this, you're literally stripping away the waste that is quietly holding your entire organization back. So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to think about your own organization. Just ask yourself, how could tracking time, cost, and sources transform your talent pipeline? The tools for optimization are right there waiting for you in the analytics. The next step is simply deciding to use them. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep seeking out the data that makes a difference.